Hey Don, how are you doing? Hope the week's going well. Okay, so please send me some 3-wood videos when you do get a chance, both side on and down the line. Okay, but I do feel like I have a good idea what's going on. So if we start to learn these things in more depth, okay, obviously one of the first big things we do is stop this big lateral move, all right? And the big part of that is being predictability, but being able to get into a consistent hitting position on that left side. So on that left side, we turn, open the body up and hit, and then we can adjust the ball position accordingly depending on what shot we want. Okay? So that'll also bleed into your short game and your bunker play, by the way. So we can touch on that in the upcoming weeks. But that's kind of the base idea, right? So now obviously before, I imagine, and I'm guessing a little bit, right? But I do imagine, I don't know how well you hit your 3-wood before, off the ground. I imagine off the tee is okay, off the ground a little bit suspect, but some good ones. But I have an idea as to now why you wouldn't have hit your 3-wood well this past weekend, right? So I feel like possibly that ball position is a little too far back, okay, with the 3-wood previously, okay? And then from there we obviously sort of move a little bit off the ball, don't overuse our legs, use the hands to come back, okay? And we return very, very square to where we are, hanging back slightly, and then just adding a little bit of loft. Okay, now if you get a good enough lie or a bit of luck, you can hit some good ones. Okay, you would also hit some a little bit thin and a little behind the ball previously. Okay, so if you have that same ball position and now you're making a better swing, like a backswing, now I'm a little too on top of this for a 3-wood. Okay, if I start to then open my body up, so we've been working on sort of getting off this right leg, so we're pushing forward and around. Okay, all of a sudden you're going to arrive here. Okay, now one of two things can happen here. Alright, I'll show you from the other side. But the first thing is, okay, a 3-wood, and it depends on your set obviously, but it has sort of 15, 16 degrees of loft, right? So if I have that ball position back, and I don't turn behind the ball, which essentially shouldn't, I'll get into that later. Okay, and you get into a better impact position. Okay, now all of a sudden, I'm leading and de-lofting 15 degrees. If that ball is on the ground, okay, you just got negative loft. The ball's just never going to get up. Okay, whether it is that or whether you feel like that and then you panic and you try and back out to the impact to add the loft is hard to say, but I think that's sort of where we would be arriving with the changes that you've made. Okay, the same, and we know it's a tendency of yours, but the same thing, because we used to have all these moving parts and now we're getting neater, more efficient, more stable, okay, and same with maybe slightly incorrect ball position. If we get there and the body hasn't come out open in time, okay, we're not used to hitting from there, we're definitely going to hit that a little bit up the heel. Okay, so whether you're kind of de-lofting it a little bit or hitting a little bit out the heel or a bit of both, okay, I think that's probably where we're at this last weekend, okay, which actually is a good thing, okay, because basically 3-wood and driver are the only clubs that we do not de-loft. Every other club in the bag we de-loft. Okay, driver is the one we add loft. We'll get into that at some point later, but the ball position and the tee height make that easy enough to do anyway. Okay, 3-wood is the hardest. Okay, because we need to deliver all of the loft. So we've got to have the perfect low point, perfect release point, perfect center point. Okay, so what we need to do with the 3-wood, definitely some center striking. Okay, we need to check this ball position. Alright, obviously we can check it on camera, or easy way to do it, start with your feet together. Okay, no more than a club head apart like our drills. Okay, get the face right behind the ball. Okay, and then only move your right leg, do not move this leg. Alright, and then your ball position will be correct. Now, if you notice that again, okay, as I step back and rebalance, okay, watch what happens to the shoulder tilt. Okay. Okay, so we've tilted the shoulders naturally relative to the ball position. Okay, and what that means, okay, is that I can now take a very stable backswing, it's no lateral move, alright, but I'm way behind this golf ball. So I can still drive forward, I can still drive around, and I'm still just behind that golf ball at the perfect spot. And that is the spot where we want to release that 3-wood. Okay, now you don't need to be thinking about all that. You can kind of feel it if you want. It's just knowledge you need to have. Okay, what we are saying is, were you a little bit too far on top of it, like a 7-iron or an 8-iron or whatever, okay, we can't do that with a driver. Alright? So it's a good sign because things have gotten better. How do we fix it? Yeah, a little bit of knowledge, but a different setup more than anything. Okay, different setup. Okay, and then on top of that, a little bit of center striking. Okay, so just get your tees. Okay, actually when I do this, I actually like this ball a little bit forward. So my club sits right in the middle. I'm using balls, obviously you can use tees. If you use balls and you're catching this ball out the heel and that one out the toe, it's going to go shooting off there, it might break something. So just tees is fine. Look, I know it's a mat, but if it's possible to have the tees upright, I would appreciate that. Okay. Just makes it a little bit harder, but otherwise tees. Okay, so then from there, neutral ball position. Okay, move only the right leg. Alright, and then from there, okay, we can not only hit the middle of the face, but we can hit it at the perfect spot instead of there. I'm exaggerating, but you kind of get the point, right? Okay, so I'm kind of 90% sure it's that, okay? But, I mean, I know you're busy and stuff, but I hadn't got video, so I thought let me just touch on where I thought we were at anyway. Okay, right. And then if we can do a little bit of putting, please, as well. So, love what's going on with the putting, by the way. Okay, but we can see definitely some inconsistent striking with the putting. So we're doing center point. We're doing center striking with the putter, with the tees. Okay, really important to hit the middle of the face of the putter so the putter doesn't wobble around. Okay, and then we want that follow through. Okay, a little bit shorter with less rotation. You can see it's still a little bit wavy, even when you're doing that open-handed drop. Okay, now also remember not wrapping the fingers around, really open. Okay, so put your two, I'll just do it, pause again. Okay, and then obviously we're going to center strike it. We want to release the putter, chest, right hand, putter face all together. Okay, not too long and not too much rotation. Okay, so let's hit, how many can you hit? 20, 30, right. Okay, nice setup. Okay, everything nice and quiet, no extra movement. Okay, so you're going to feel like that as well. If you can hit something like that on the putting green, it's going to be really good. Okay, center striking, really soft but stable release. Okay, then you're really going to start getting sort of consistent start line, consistent strike. Okay, and the distance control is going to start all making sense. Okay, thank you very much. Please do send me through your videos if you do get a chance. But otherwise, if you need anything else, keep it up. And I'll talk to you later in the week. Okay, thank you, Donna.